So my view on limited time items might have been a little confusing for some people in this thread, so I thought I should try and clear it up. Holiday items can stay exclusive to that time period, but they make a return once a year. Yeah, I can definitely that's a reasonable compromise that they should return at least once a year. But the problem then becomes that the developers they intend to they intend to dramatically reduce the amount of events. So what happens towards the minor events such as um, Valentine's or such as Valentine's or Easter, I can like the big three events would have to be Birthday Bash, Halloween, and Christmas. We didn't get a Birthday Bash this year, but it's kind of okay because we had the new nanos, which more than makes up for it. Um, but that would be an interesting that would be a interesting compromise because what happened with the Christmas 2019 event is that these are the brand new items that we see here, but there were also a lot of repeats, the ones that are worth 5k. They're worth 5k, so at least for like 364 days a year, the items after the event, the items are worth a lot, and then after the event they get reintroduced, and I think that's a system that can actually work. Because from there you can actually profit from that for 364 days after the event has ended, and then it works because everyone else gets it again. But at the same time, if people understand that these items are going to come back, the problem here is like, why should I buy it from others if I can just wait um, for X amount of time? But the argument for that is like, oh, it's February, but you want to wear the frosty wings. So I just pay for it because I don't want to wait 10 more months, right? So it's interesting, and a novel solution is required for this. Now, the just for the Kinismus items, it would be nice if it would be nice if the Frosty Wings were to be reintroduced in some capacity inside of the game. For example, if there was an Ice Kingdom to be added for retro as an actual area that you can explore, then having the Frosty Wings as a grindable item there would make sense, or as a infected zone racing item. Other exclusive items like the press hat and the clockwork sets should be brought back in some capacity. And I think the nice compromise here would have to be these items actually just become tradable because similar to event items. And I think the value of these items would actually increase because these are the first event items, technically speaking. These items right here, they would be worth a lot. This is technically the most valuable item in retro. The main reason is because it was only given to players who were available during the sneak peek. Unfortunately, since it is not tradable, it has no value. However, its rarity is the highest. As time goes on, its rarity will increase. So if you were to look into, for example, the Time Squad 2018 event, the most expensive items at the time of this video is 225k. How much more for an actual set? So like, would each shoe be worth 200k, 200, 400, 600, the hat 800k for one set? That's amazing. That actually works. And how about for the hat? Maybe 300k for the hat. I think that would be a nice compromise instead of just making these items free for everyone. And that also includes the artist beret and the pencil backpack. They don't have to re-release these items, but if they can just make it tradable, then I think that would be a step in the right direction. Now, the problem, again, would have to be monopolization. Rome has a good argument that monopolization is actually the product of just being a very good trader, you know? So I understood what you were saying, but like I said, your logic should be extending to mission caps and any other exclusive item as they all happen at a particular point in time to make them an event item. Just because they are not cosmetic in nature does not mean they shouldn't return so other people get a chance at them. According to what you're saying, items that took people time to grind, like bats and pumpkins from Steven Universe, for example, because it was a limited time event item, would be getting burned because their hard work and time was wasted on something ultra rare that ended up returning. I mean, let me go reread this again. There's a lot to. There's a few things I want to unravel. Um, They all happen at a particular point in time to make them an event item. Yes. The only thing that makes them unique is that they're not tradable. But what if they are tradable? Just because they are not cosmetic in nature does not mean they should return. They should not return so other people get a chance at them. Okay. So it would be very disappointing, but like, would you get mad? Like, I think in terms of like the capitalists, I think they would definitely get very mad that that something that they work very hard for becomes worthless. But then again, you can also state to the capitalists, dude, you're already worth tens of millions, if not more than 100 million taros. Why should you be mad at all? Right? This is, if it was, it would be very bad for like a company, for the capitalist company, that the value of the company dropped by 10%. That's really bad. But for everyone else, I think like why like that's the thing. Like there's the 1% or the 0.1% of people who own these items, and then there's the 99% of people who actually want it, who want to buy it, right? And there it goes. The little compromise. Where is that compromise? Okay, so we're almost done here. And you kind of just stops. You're literally taking me out of context and then calling me for it. And here's simple Sunzen, where Rome just says dead game anyway. Be happy if it makes it until the next summer. Chicken nuggets, a man for the people finally. And here's me. Wiser words have never been spoken. I agree to add on the chicken hat needs a full-on chicken outfit, perhaps as a way to honor chicken from Cow and Chicken through this economy will be revived. Yeah, so here is a interesting thing right here. I wouldn't say that this game is dead, not by a long shot. I've been playing every day. That's good. And it's really nice to see this game thrive again. Yeah, there's that. This is a game to have fun, not a rage over your presses game money. This is a game and that's it. You play games and move on. If you keep playing and get enjoyment out of grinding, that's fine. I just play when new missions come out. Just don't sub your negativity down the forums, because people like Indes look like they're about to pop a vein. And that's where the delivery comes in, Indes, Rome. And no, this game is not dead. I mean, I can see why the game is dead, and I can also see why the game is also alive. I mean, just the person above here, he's saying that people are playing. And here we have ourselves the final post inside of this thread. I was going to leave this thread alone, and then you had to bring up my name, so I will engage. I don't mind him wanting to have all items free, and I could also care less about an economy, but what I do care about is player engagement. Trading and grinding are the only things in the game that really require interacting with other players, so I do support the people in that bubble because they play the game on a daily basis, and an economy gives them things to do in the game while playing with others. And as what Asven has stated, the beautiful irony here is that the people that are complaining are the ones most invested, and they will play no matter what. There's other games out there, but for some reason they're just sticking towards this one game that is 11 plus years old and that not a lot of people know about. It's like a village, to be honest. So I do support the people in that bubble because they play the game on a daily basis and an economy gives them things to do. Most people just stand around in the cul-de-sac because after level 36, there's not much to do. That, again, I already just disagree. Once you beat the game the traditional way, when you kill Lord Fuse and get your Runty Nano, um, you have hundreds of items, thousands if you really want, of items for yourself to collect. That's You're just getting started. I don't see how these things are negative, and I also agree with you. Maybe the thing that is negative would have to be the way that you deliver this. I mean, um, I can agree that I tend to have the wrong tone and phrasing when commenting in the forums, and for that I apologize. But a lot of my posts are meant well, and I agree. Rome, I've talked to him. I talk to him on a daily basis. I talk to him on a daily basis. Inside of my Discord server, and although he often kind of comes off kind of pessimistic, I'm trying to understand him that yeah, that's true, but look at this, look at the other side, understand that, don't be so negative, look at the other side of the grass. And fortunately he's trying his best to go he's trying his best to go do that. If you want to play when missions come out, that's fine, but outside of Discord and the forums, it's not really often you're engaging with other players unless you guys work together to go grind something, do a mission or trading. And I think there are some core things that need to be focused on when creating a thriving, growing, and engaged community. If we took away Discord from this community and majority of the interactions between players happen in game at this very moment, for a level 36 player, I really want to ask you, what else is there to do outside of missions and grinding / trading? That is a very important question, because I do agree that the game is dying, but at the same time I am optimistic that the game will learn from its mistakes and that we will still have a bright future. We're gonna have the expansion. I'm hoping that multi-accounting will be fixed. I'm hoping that all of the problems that's plaguing our game, and at least for the people in the trading community who are aware of this, will be fixed. Again, I don't care about an economy. I just see it as a means to an end. What Rome fundamentally cares about is how can we make this game how can we make this game more of an MMO, and how can we make this game more of an MMO and actually make it an MMORPG instead of just an RPG itself? Because again, you can do the entire levels 1 to 36 by yourself, but the end game will require a lot of socializing, and that's the thing that allows people to log in every day. Again, have I gone about voicing my opinion wrong? The message still stands. We need more stuff to do in this game, or we will continue to have to wait for updates super often from Devin and company. I also want to give a huge shout out to Sinatra, also known as Lord Fall. Outside of Rome, I've been talking to Sinatra at least occasionally, and we largely share the same thoughts. I genuinely believe that this game still has a strong future. I think if we just can be much more optimistic and just understand that the devs are listening, that will be great. We have the community feedback thread too, which I will obviously go through. Also, to clear, message still stands. We need more stuff to do in this game, or we'll continue to have to wait for updates super often from Devin and company. Also, to clear some things up, I don't hate any of the developers, and I think they do a great job with the game. I do think that this would prioritize more stuff to the game that will have a lot of repeatable value and allow them to update much retro much less often. A lot of my past lobbying for crafting, although I pushed for it too hard, was my way of suggesting a mechanic that would give items more value while introducing something that would I do think that they should prioritize more stuff to the game that will have a lot of repeatable value and allow them to update much less often. A lot of my past lobbying for crafting, although I pushed for it too hard, was my way of suggesting a mechanic that would give items more value while introducing something that would have players interested for a long while. Foster's Dungeon is another thing I am patiently waiting for. I think that's a rumor, but we'll have to go see. For as they have shown, they can really pull off something great. With Fusion Echo Echo, Ice King Dungeon, I agree. Fusion Echo Echo is great outside of the economy thing, but I love it. Ice King Dungeon, Halloween update. If you use those three together, we have something fantastic, and add in their version as well. I want the best for the community, as any of you, despite the way I come off through text. So yeah, Rome Indez, he's very instrumental for this video. Where the heck is he? He's right there. He's inside of the Discord server. So yeah, thank you for watching this very long video, 2 hours 54 minutes. I'm gonna have to do some serious cutting off the fat, but yeah, thank you for watching. Please leave a like, please check out the Discord server, the links are inside of the description and comments. Please let me know what your personal thoughts are for the economy. Do you even care about the economy? What do you think the devs can do to help improve to go help improve it? Anyways, this was Infinite Possibilities, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.